What you see here are two pictures. The first picture appears to show a young girl or a young woman at a sports event. She is on her mobile phone while the game is going on. But if you look carefully at this picture here, something doesn't add up. First of all, her reflection in the phone. If she's in a stadium with a lot of people behind her, there should be some reflection of both her face and her background in the glass of the phone. There isn't any. That's one red flag. Everyone is looking at the game. And everyone has not everyone, okay, I may overreact, but a lot of folks, almost everyone that's visible at least, has their hands up or their faces geared towards a direction because there's something going on. Someone is making a home run or something's up. And if she's about to make a picture of the event, why isn't any app open like Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat? You can also check the date, whether the date adds up with an event. Overall, this picture here looks convincing. And you can fall for it. But if you pay attention to the oddities, you'll notice that something ain't right. And indeed, something isn't right here because it's fake. They have probably some live stream of some event. This woman is near the monitor of the desktop. She puts out her phone to pretend as if she's texting on the phone. Someone edits the light by adding an extra light source here, and someone else makes the picture. And of course, in Photoshop or Paint.net, you can level the amount of lighting in the picture so it will appear convincing. But this is a hoax right over here. Now, why am I showing you this? Because most people see this when they go to their daily lives. They don't notice the oddities. They see a picture that's logical according to their understanding, and their own understanding is what society taught them. So according to society, something is right, so they say it's right. They don't check whether what society taught them was good to begin with, or whether it was even true to begin with, because a lot of things society taught you were simply not true. But this is how the pagan rulers of this world operate. They fake things. There was a real match going on somewhere in the past, okay? So this behind here is a fact. But the woman being there, witnessing it, is fake. And that's how the pagan rulers do it. They take historical facts, things that happened, and they give you a false interpretation of what happened, and they condition you based on this false interpretation. So your norms, your values, how you see yourself, how you see others, how you relate to others, how you relate to the opposite sex, or relate to sexuality, all of that is based on a false interpretation of history. History happened, of course, you're not going to deny that, but you have been conditioned into a false interpretation of history, and your daily life, therefore, is founded on a false interpretation of history. And this false interpretation of history that keeps you motivated as long as you're trapped in the matrix. And look at this. You see this chick, or this girl, whatever term you want to use, that witnessed, let me say, some sports event. And you maybe came to like it, leave comments, praising it, and this is the narcissistic supply the pagan rulers of the world get. And those that commented all also want to be part of this. And that's how they trick you. They present benefits onto you in the wrong context. Let me explain to you. You may see some rapper who just signed a €1 million contract. And he is living the good life. He's performing here and there. He's going on expensive holidays. He has expensive necklaces. He's hanging out with wealthy homies and all of that. But when you look behind the scenes, that €1 million, he doesn't own it. It's just a loan. And he's not even allowed to make use of the loan. He's only allowed to use like €3,000 a month. He gets a paycheck each end of the month, €3,000. And besides those €3,000, he can live for free in a luxurious apartment as long as he doesn't break any stuff. He has free electricity, free water, free gas, and also free internet. So that's how he operates. He doesn't own that apartment, he doesn't own that €1 million, and he doesn't even own all those expensive necklaces, which most of them are fake anyway. It's not real gold, nor real silver. So what's presented onto you is factual because he is performing, and he is in that luxurious apartment, and he is wearing those necklaces, but the truth is that it's a hoax. So you have the facts and you have the truth. Sometimes the facts may be true, but it doesn't mean that it's the truth you're witnessing. Let it get through to you. So what's going on now? You're presented with this fake persona who's quote unquote successful. What it does to you is you begin to feel bad about yourself. Because you think, oh, look at that guy, Lil Jon. I'm just making up a name. Lil Jon has talent, he can rap, but he can't even rap that good. Look how far he is. Look at me. Look how miserable I am. By you being in the state of anxiety, you now want to you now want to make effort to get out of this anxiety. And then you think, okay, I need to work harder, or I need to get some extra drinks. And that's how you either get involved in alcoholism or you become a workaholic because you work too much, or you become cynical, you can't avoid life. So the state of anxiety will only bring you to more ruin. And you being in this ruined state is what benefits demons. And the guy, that quote-unquote celebrity, is a sellout. He knows the game very well. And maybe he doesn't even live in a luxurious apartment. Maybe he lives in a one-room apartment in a flat somewhere. And he only goes to the studio to wear certain necklaces, or he only goes to a villa to pretend it was his. After the cameras go off, he needs to go home. I'm telling you, look at the bigger picture. That's why take it easy. If something presents itself onto you, go into prayer internally. You don't have to pray with your mouth. Pray in your mind. Pray internally. Relax. Refuse fear. Refuse to be frightened. You may feel danger. Okay, then you feel danger, acknowledge it, but you're not going to repress that sense of danger, and you're not going to give in to it by becoming afraid. Refuse fear, so you remain relaxed. Just remain relaxed. And when you are relaxed, or if you need to go to sleep for a few hours, or you need to take a bath, or you need to go rounding outside, or you need to go to the gym, do what you have to do to be relaxed. And when you are relaxed, check that thing again that presents itself onto you. I'm telling you, when you do this, you'll see something completely different. The pagan rulers of this world want you to fall for the illusion. Because it's you thinking the illusion is real that keeps you trapped, that makes you vulnerable to demons and other predators. Don't you know that once you are freed from the illusion, violence doesn't have a grip on you anymore? People may still threaten you with violence, but even people with guns and with arms tend to avoid you when you're not stuck in the matrix anymore. Because violence is a paranormal outworking. Violence itself is paranormal. Okay? So the spirits of violence, which are demonic entities, they want a grip on you. And they can only have a grip on you when you are in a state of anxiety. When you are in a state of anxiety, a spirit of fear begins to attach itself to you. And once a spirit of fear is attached to you, the spirit of violence will come. And after that, you have other demonic spirits who will attach themselves to you. You're not possessed, they're not in your body, but you are attached to them, you're trapped. And once you're trapped by anxiety, you'll also be trapped by violence, people can easily harm you. But then they tell you, that's why you need to carry a gun, that's why you need to do self-defense, that's why you shouldn't have a big mouth, that's why you need to give in to people's wills. They gave you all these coping mechanisms to keep you in a state of anxiety, instead of telling you you need to be delivered. Because if they tell you you need to be delivered, then they need to acknowledge Christ. And you don't want to acknowledge Christ because they can't control you. So they want you, in a way they can control you. That's why they want you in a state of anxiety. And they offer you relief from the same anxiety, but you're still in a state of anxiety. For example, never have a big mouth. Now what's a big mouth? Big mouth is when you speak in a certain way that people don't want. So people have expectations. And if you don't give in to those expectations, you become frustrated and you have a big mouth. So you always have to speak and say things that people want to hear so that they won't harm you. That's what they mean when they tell you don't have a big mouth. It's really a threat to give in to what I will, or else something bad is going to happen. So a pedophile can do the same thing also. Doesn't want to hear anything from the child he's about to abuse. So the child shouldn't have a big mouth, he just has to give in to the pedophile too. So what if you have politicians that are scamming you? So you shouldn't have a big mouth. So you should have to just suck it and take the abuse of the politicians. This world offers you coping mechanisms that will keep you in danger, or that will make things worse onto you. That's why seek deliverance. Do not seek relief. Seek deliverance. Deliverance is permanent. Relief is temporary, and often it backfires on you. And you're far worse off than before. I'm telling you, look at the bigger picture. Agree with Christ and be at peace.